So people might not have seen, but we got our box today. Space Force Army set. It's up for pre-order on Saturday, and then it's 2 weeks for relief. Cool. Did go online earlier and unbox it live just because I was too excited. I wanted to see what was inside it, and I thought now we've had a bit of a look, just to give some thoughts on the contents. I'm not going to be spoiling the codex, so sorry. I will say that there are some interesting things in there. I was right about a couple of the data sheets that weren't in there, so always nice to be right. Again, though, you can just wait for other people to spoil that because I don't want to. Sorry. But yeah, thoughts. So far on sprue, looking great. Desperately want to collect these off and start building and painting. There's a lot of plastic in there. Doesn't seem like there's much once you actually get it out and stack it all up, but 20 Marines, 3 of the head takers, 3 wolves, and 2 of the characters. So, first guy that we were looking at on stream was the Wolfguard Battle Leader. I've decided that mine is 100% going to have the top knot bionic eye head, which you can probably just about see. He is monopose, so I'm sure more creative people than me will probably mess around with him. Does have the option to take the Thunderhammer or the sword. And then in the other hand, you can either put the bolt pistol. I forget what the hell they call this thing now, because is it like a Volkite pistol? I can't remember. Too many 30k references in my head. The other pistol, or the shield. So I don't play, so I'm going to go roll cool. I might as well have a Thunderhammer and a shield, because why not? I think it will look cool. But that's literally the options for him. Everything else he's very monopose, which we will find out when I build him and hop him up to show everyone. I'm going to spend the night thinking about how we're going to actually paint him. And I want to go 30k dark grey. Other one I was really excited for was the Wolf Priest. It's going to be a no-brainer on the loadout for me because I'm not a fan of the tiny little dagger. It almost looks like a shiv in his hand. So mine's going to be pistol and Crozius. And I think unhelmeted as well. As much as I do like the wolf sort of skull mask, I think the old man face that he's got, especially the longer bearded one, it looks really cool. So again though, another monopose model. I'm sure people will be able to mess with him. I mean, he actually looks like he's doing the sort of stride that the Chaos Lord that came out when Blackstone Fortress came out. Looks like he's in the same sort of pose. So maybe some chaosy conversion there that can be done. Next brew up is the head takers, and there's going to be a running theme on this. These are also monopose, so your only real options for on sprue customization is going to be whether or not you give them helmeted heads or not helmeted heads, and then the other choice is to go dual wielding weapons or take the axe and shield. It seems like if you take the shield, you're running an axe. From what I could tell, every left arm is an axe, and the right arm choice would be the shield or the sword. Although, I don't know if you could get creative and stick the shield onto the sword arm, because surely a Space Marine is fully capable of holding a shield and a sword in the same arm, you'd have thought. These look really cool, to be fair. Shoulder pads are all semi-hidden, or pretty much all hidden by the cloaks. So I don't think there's going to be an issue there with needing to try and squish in like partial, because I've had to do it before where I've cut down decals to fit when the shoulder pad's been like half obscured, so it doesn't look like you're going to have any real issues there. Wolves look pretty cool as well. Wolves are also monopose, so I'm going to say that word probably about 200 times because they are. And as we'll see in a second, there's a distinct lack of bits across this whole set. So now this is Grey Hunters, and it's 2 sets of sprues. So it's 4 sprues, but 2 sets of identical ones. So you can make 20 Grey Hunters. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out these 2. So it's a hefty chunk of sprue. If you've built the intercessors, you'll know how many sprues, how much there is in there. It's a lot of bits. So these look wicked. They are very cool. Every single chest piece has got the Space Wolves iconography on it. No Aquillas or anything like that. Obviously, the leg plates are different than normal Primaris ones as well. The pack leader has some decent options. He's actually got more bits than the others. So things like the little totem, where is it? Yeah, the little totems. There's a couple of choices in the totems that go on top of the backpacks. And then he does have different loadouts. So he's got like Power Fist, Power Sword, Power Axe, Chain Sword, Bolt Pistol, and the Volkite type plasma pistol thing. Someone remind me what that thing is called. I should probably have looked. He does get a different groin plate belt thing, which I'm struggling to see here. What the hell is it? There's only one of them. D2. But yeah, he does get a different belt plate as well. And has a choice of different heads. He also gets the molded shoulder pads. Well, in the instructions, if you follow him, he gets the molded shoulder pads. So this is where, coming from the old boxes, I mean, I haven't built Space Horse for about 20 years, but the old boxes, you had a lot of bits. If you bought the Grey Hunters and the Blood Claws boxes, like just the sheer amount of Space Wolf bits you had left over meant you could like pretty much like just buy a bunch of standard Marines and make them look like Space Wolves. This box has got 8, technically 4, but across the 20, it's got 8 standard, completely normal shoulder pads. It's got 2 with a single little claw, or tooth, or whatever it is. It's got 2 with like the string, 2 with another type of stringy little bit with claws, and then it has 2 with the half pelts, which I can't see here, but I know it's there because I was looking at it a second ago. But 2 with a bit of pelt around it. So, yeah. There's not many bits on it. I know that's not like the worst thing in the world, but yeah. And so you've got 2 that have the actual Space Wolf insignia on it. 2 with the like raised area on the pauldron as well. There's a couple little like, I don't know if you can see them, but like the little tiny tassels with the necklaces with the claws and talismans on it. There's a couple belt pouches. So a pistol there with a grenade and a small pouch, another one with a pouch here, and then another one with a little tail on it. That's kind of it. There's really not that much in the way of like extra customization-y bits in there. And as I did say on the stream, you know, it's kind of got to be this way, because how will they sell their upgrade box if they stick loads of bits in it? I will say the unhelmeted heads though, they look cool. There isn't technically enough to do the full squad. There's a beaky in here as well. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one looks a bit young though. There's no beard. 7, 8, and 9. So 9 unhelmeted heads in here. I think, does the other sprue have? Hang on a second. Let me just take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 standard unhelmeted heads, and then there are 2 for the pack leader. So there's 9. So yeah, you'll be left with 1 with a helmet on, unless you do what I'm planning on doing and steal 1 from the other sprues. So from the leader, things like that. There are a couple of slightly different chainswords in here. So there's a whole bunch that are just the standard chainsword. But then there's a couple with that rounded edge on the top, which you used to find a lot in the old boxes. But yeah, I'm mega excited to actually build them. So I'm going to spend probably more time thinking about how I'm going to do the paint scheme. Oh yeah, also a lot of the bolters and bolt pistols have got the little like runic stamp like stamped into it. That's cool. He says, and then he can't see one. I definitely noticed it. Yeah, don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little runic stamp in there. So they are all, you know, it's all Space Wolfy. But oh, and yeah, haven't said it for a while, but they're so monopose. I mean, same as the old intercessors. I guess there's more posing options for these guys than there are for the rest of the stuff in the box. Just like there are when you make normal intercessors. So it's all just about how you're positioning the arms and where you put the head and things like that. But the rest of the box is like mega monopose. So I can imagine people having to do some work to get those head takers to look a bit different. I honestly haven't looked at the codex, so I don't know if the loadout for the head takers matters. I'm assuming it does, since it's dual wield or basically sword and board. So I'm going to guess there is a difference there. But yeah, pleasantly surprised. I'm now going to go off and research some 30k Space Wolf colour schemes, because I'm hoping to get these blitzed out before launch. That would be amazing, but we'll see. It'd be really cool if I could have them painted before the actual release date. So that'll give me 2 and almost 3 weeks. So we'll see. But yeah. Apologies for the quality of the video. I have rushed this out just because I was really excited. I did not expect them to turn up today. Obviously, we have not shown any actual codex content, and we're not talking about price. So don't ask those questions if you've got any. If you've got any suggestions on decent 30k Space Wolf painting tutorials, or know anyone that's got anything good, just so I can get some inspiration, that would be most helpful. And yeah, drop us a like, subscribe if you want to catch up with what I'm up to for the next 2 weeks. Do randomly keep going live. Apologies for anyone that's looking through my YouTube library and seeing all of the live streams that are on there. I will probably go back through and remove them, but at the moment they're just there. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you've, like I say, got any suggestions, anything like that, drop them in the comments. Cheers.